Alright, so this might be a quick video. You guys saw this car a little while ago. Just giving you an update. He's about halfway through with this LS swap, so come check out, see the work he has done so far. Alright, so he's a little camera shy, so I'm not gonna have him on camera. But it is Monte Carlo, I think 78, 79, I believe. But yeah, 5.3 4L60 swap. He's been doing a lot of research himself, and he'll just ask me questions when he gets stuck along the way, which is how it should be. I'm like, do the research, do your homework, don't expect people to spoon feed you it, which he comes to me, he's like, hey man, I'm stuck here, I'm stuck there, what do you suggest? But he's putting in the work, doing everything right. It looks really clean in here. Right now, he just finished up the fuel system in it, or working on it, working on the wiring next. But yeah, I just want to stop by, see the progress on it. You got the big box of goodies. Tell him you're camera shy. I'm not gonna have you on camera. But yeah, so here's the Terminator X, and then he stopped by Casper's Electronics and picked up the hot wire kit for the sending unit. So we're gonna walk over that a little bit, determine how to run the throttle cable and some other stuff. We're talking about the shaved intakes. That might be an option. And then a little clearance issue here, so I might have to slide it back a little bit, or smaller pulley. But it's just those things, just those small things that pop up. But like I said, he's close. It's looking good under here too, looking real good. Yeah, so man, it's clean. Said this is just the first one. He's already planning on the next one. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a little quick update. I might throw this in the beginning of another video or at the end of one. But dirty dingo mounts. I said pretty simple swap. The header's clear just fine. No issues. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I said, he's doing his own homework. I'm just helping him out a little bit along the way. But yeah, it's a whole bunch of little things that just pop up here and there. But as far as the major stuff goes, we're right there.
Got the gas tank back. I kind of like you said, I'll dial all that shit in when I get there.
Yeah.
I just don't want to lock everything into place and like need to take it out, you know?
Yeah. Well, I might as well get some footage since I'm under here. Got me up under the car. You remember which headers they were? What brand?
Speed Engineering.
Speed Engineering headers. I know somebody will ask about that. They fit.
Headers, and I got the spark plugs, wires with them.
Yeah.
Upgraded gaskets. You want water or anything?
No, I'm good. I got one in the car. Right. Yeah.
I'll grab something.
All right. But yeah, it's real clean. We're going over some of the gas tank stuff. He has it out right now. Just picked up the hot wiring kit from Casper's Electronics, so I'm going over that. Going over, this is pretty much plug and play with the Terminator X. Suggested with the water pump, you don't want to block them off. They make a U-shape fitting here, or a hose. You want to use that. I told him I use a universal flex hose on both of mine, but I believe the F-body ones work. Could be wrong. Is that hot wire kit? I've gone over it when I did the Elco rewire, but it's made for turbo Buicks, but it works on all G-bodies. You'd run this directly from the alternator. I'll give a little bit more power to the fuel pump, and then you'll add another ground, and that gray one will be your trigger. The purple will be your fuel level, and then all the Terminator X stuff. So, feeling good about it?
I think so.
Or better?
Better.
Yeah. So we're working on it. I don't mind lending a hand, a little bit of knowledge. I'm still learning myself, so see what other people do along the way. Helps out. Speed Engineering headers, like I said, they're clear. Only thing we have to really do homework on is the shifter linkage to keep the column shift. I know it's possible, but we'll see about that. Trying to figure out which wires here we need to keep and can remove. But yeah, it's real clean, real clean. Can't wait to see it running. Definitely get you guys back on once it's running. Alright, so yeah, I just had to stop by, check out the progress on that. Like I said, he's been knocking it out. I feel like I've been been there every step of the way, like I'm building it myself, but he's doing his homework on it. He's asking the right questions, and it's a clean build. It's looking real good right now. So it's a 78 Monte, 5.3 4060, and like I said, he has some questions when it came to wiring and the Holley stuff, because putting the motor in and everything is pretty easy. That's the phone. But when it comes to wiring, like I said, you got all the fuel lines ran. Like, man, how do I hook up the sending unit? Because he had questions about that too. And he did the same thing I did with the Elcos, which is flip the feed, or flip the return and the vent. So you put the vent's a little larger hose, so you put that as the return, and then the normal vent, you have to take the little vent cap off the sending unit, run an extra hose down there to the bottom of the tank, and that'll be your new return. And your return, you drill a hole towards the top of the sending unit for the vent. So he did all that, and he put it all in. I was like, well, how do I wire it up? So I was like, you do need a relay, which off the Terminator X, there's a green wire for a trigger. You don't want to run that for your fuel pump power. So that's just a trigger. So I put him in touch with my buddy Justin up at Casper's Electronics, and was like, hey man, this is what I run on mine. It's a fuel pump, or hot wire fuel pump kit. It pretty much ups the voltage to the sending unit or fuel pump and makes it a little bit more consistent. You don't have to worry about any power drops or anything on it. So he went up there today, picked up that harness from him. He's also part of Colorado Gbody, so you know, we work together, network. So he's like, man, I got back home and I'm a little bit more confused. I was like, don't worry, man, I'll swing by after I get off. So he's about 15 minutes away from the job, so not really out of my way at all. I was like, I'll swing by, help you out, no problem. And walked him through it a little bit more for a little bit better understanding on how to wire it up, which is fairly simple, but I did forget some stuff off the top of my head, and it's just part of building those cars. Yeah, you think you know the basics, and then just those little parts here and there will nickel and dime you. But yeah, I just want to stop by, see the progress on it. Like I said, he sent me pictures along the way. He's been asking questions, which I have no problem answering. But I just want to stop by, check out the car, check out the progress, help him out a little bit, talk to him in person, see what his thought process was, see if I could see anything on the car that needed to be changed or tweaked, which I think, looking at it, I think the transmission cross member was flipped. So he said he's going to try to flip that around, see if that gives him a little bit more clearance to clear the power steering pump, and then we'll go from there. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. Hopefully I'm able to help him out with the rest of the build. I told him to hit me up before that first start. I'm actually going to go home and send him a little clip on how to get the global file from the Terminator X system. So I also need to send that to SS Smooth. I think I was supposed to send that to him yesterday, and I told him to remind me because I was at work and I don't think anybody remembered, so I'll send him that today. But yeah, it's one of those things, we were talking, like, I'm not gatekeeping anything. If it's something I know and you need some help with, just hit me up, ask the questions. I have no problem answering questions. Like I said, you guys seen about 95-97% of the Monte build. It's like, I'm not hiding anything. I'm showing you guys how to do this stuff. You could do it on your own. All you need is a little bit of time, patience, and a little bit of money. I do stuff on a budget friendly, so it's really not hard. You get a nice network going on, some people you trust with your builds and whatnot, or people you trust, they'll send you off in the right direction. Like I said, I'm not spoon feeding anybody, but I will help you out along the way. Like I said, Buddy Ray, he's done a lot of research himself. Like I said, when he's reaching out to ask me a question, I know he's already watched videos on it, Googled something. I know he's already putting the time and effort into it, and he's just getting multiple different answers from multiple different people. And then when he hits me up, I'm like, hey, this is what I did in this situation, or this is how I would do it. And it's usually along the same lines of what he was already thinking. Like, oh yeah, that's what I was thinking, or I was pretty close to that. Or some of the times, like I said, he sent me his battery wiring diagram, how he wanted to do that with the alternator and everything. And I was like, I'm not sure about that, so I drew up mine and sent it back to him. Like, this is how I did mine, and we'll just go off of there. So there's more than one way to do this stuff. Everybody has different opinions on it, but I've done 2 of them so far, so I'm nowhere close to being an expert on this stuff, but I do have the time and energy put in to figuring out the answers. So when it comes to the next one, or when people reach out to me and have questions, I have no problem answering. And it's not like I'm completely in the dark. There's still some stuff I can learn, but I'm at a point now where I could actually reach out and help other people. So like I always say, if there's any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions that you guys have, just hit me up either in the comments or on Instagram, and I have no problem helping you guys out. So I thought about throwing those clips in another video, but I think I'm just gonna make this one a shorter video in itself. I think I did more talking than recording in the car, but yeah, that's it. So just want to update you guys on not only my builds, just friends, their builds too. So if I'm involved in it a little bit, or if I'm by them or next to the car or something, I want to show you what other people are doing also. So yeah, we'll keep at it, and let me hop on the highway and head home.